Hello and welcome to the Best of the Wapiti Way. This is a recap show going over the first 4 issues of our newspaper.
Now, to start us off, we'd like to show you the preview of the 5th issue, thanking all of our pages.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
My name is Nick Reeves, and here with me is three readers, Miss Maurice, Tom, and Tiffany. We'll be reading the first 3 installments of Serial. Make sure you tune in to the next 2 issues to read the following 2 segments. No serial mascots was harmed during this film. Please beware.
I shone my flashlight down the dark hallway. "Where am I?" said Tony the Tiger. I kept walking down the hallway until there was no intersection. He started to walk down the left side as he heard a loud screech that way. "Never mind then. Looks like we're going right." Tony the Tiger whispered under his breath. "How did I get here?" he thought. "Did the serial killer bring me here?" Tony walked for a long time down the hallway until he heard a school bell ring. "Wait now. I know where I am," said Tony the Tiger. He remembered his good old school days when he spent most of his time on homework, school sports. He rolled back into reality. "Get down right now or you die," said the man. He looked like a cross between Justin Bieber and Chuck Norris. The man aimed a Desert Eagle at Tony. "Don't shoot, man," screamed Tony as he panicked more. The man laughed. "This is not great," thought Tony the Tiger.
Tony's life flashed before his eyes. He thought about his tigers and little tiger cubs back at home, lonely without him. He thought about commercial comments that would go unfulfilled if he dies. He thought about that punk Cincinnati Bengals mascot applying for the Frosted Flakes job. "Never," Tony screamed. "I'll bring out the tiger in him." Tony then thought about his cereal bowl from that morning. He never got to finish that bowl since he woke up before at the hands of a serial killer. Tony hates not being able to finish his cereal. "You're going to regret this," Tony screamed. "We will see, Tony, we will see," the serial killer replied with a grin. "Who are you?" Tony demanded. "Call me CK, Tony. Call me CK." And serial killer replied. The grin grew more sinister. "I ought to call you CK Tony. That is my name," Tony replied out of breath. "No, you dumb tiger. CK stands for serial killer. It was in response to you." "Oh, never mind. I'm a very busy man, Mr. Tony, so it's time for this conversation to expire." "Even though I'm loving it," CK responded with a loud cackle. "You're not going to kill me. You're not a killer. You're a fake," said Tony the Tiger. Tony then spit in the direction of the serial killer, and it landed at his feet. The spit was a blend of milk and red syrup, which doesn't sound too bad unless you know that all cereal mascots bleed syrup. Tony is hurt. "Oh yeah," CK replied as he reaches into his striped pocket. CK pulls out the remains of Toucan Sam's beak and drops on the floor. "Follow your nose, Tony. It's always right." Elsewhere, Captain Crunch was eating a bowl of cereal when he heard a noise downstairs. He went to go see what was down there because he knew his cereal never would stay crunchy, even in milk. He arrived in his basement only to find a dark figure standing in the corner. The dark figure grabbed Captain Crunch and swung him into an even darker room.
Tony the Tiger walked down the hallway in the direction of CK, being careful to step over Toucan Sam's beak. Not too far away from down the hallway, Tony found a man lying unconscious, covered in milk and syrup. Looks like he's hurt. Pretty bad," Tony whispers to himself. "Well then, it looks like you're correct. He's not just hurt, he's dead," said CK with a maniac laugh. "Hey, I know who that is," muttered Tony. "Oh, do you, Tony?" said CK with a smile. "It's Captain Crunch! You murder!" wept Tony the Tiger. "Not the captain. This is so far from great, Crunch. He was my friend. Why are you doing this, clown?" Tony pleaded. "You'll find out soon enough, Tony. Soon enough." You've lost your crunch berries," Tony screams as he loses consciousness. Meanwhile, Sonny the cuckoo bird wakes up in a dark factory. He musters all of his strength and begins to run along the dark hallway as fast as he can. The lights suddenly came on with a burst of electricity, causing a loud phoom. Thank goodness the lights still work. But where am I? Sonny wondered. Sonny saw a bowl of Cocoa Puffs out the corner of his eye. My tummy sure would love some cereal. He gave it an ate as he patted his stomach. I'm Cocoa Puffs, shouted Sonny the cuckoo bird. No, stop, quiet, said the Trix rabbit. Stay quiet or the clown will come back, Trix pleaded. The bird kept shouting the same thing over and over again. I'm Cocoa Puffs, I'm Cocoa Puffs. Trix considered running away and leaving the bird there to fend for himself, but ultimately couldn't. Silly bird, there is no trick. We're not kids anymore. We're in big trouble. Why is this crazy clown doing this to us? End of part 3. The end.
Thank you, Jeff Brown. Tune in next time on the best of the Wapiti Way.
Alright, hello, I'm Kevin Hickey, and this is our free game of the week feature we do in Wapiti Way. Basically, you just get a game that doesn't have a lot of exposure, but it's free and pretty fun. The first game we're going to do is Apocalypse. It's actually the only game where you throw money at your problems, as you see right there. The game is pretty fun. You're basically just trying to survive off a horde of evil robots from a building, trying to get the highest score and not lose. I believe the highest scores, I believe Billionaires Gaming, I'm saying that right, they will actually send a t-shirt or a gift card or something like that to the next person, to the person who gets the highest score. Pretty fun game. I would definitely recommend if you want to waste some time and play a fun game that's free, and why not. It is available on the App Store, Android, Google Play, and some other things that you can get apps on. So play it now. Our next game is one of my favorites. It's Realm of the Mad God. It does, again, not a lot of exposure. It's if you like MMORPG games, it's pretty fun. It's an online multiplayer. It's not a lot of exposure, so not a lot of people are going to be playing it. It's one of these games where you got to basically pay attention to what you're doing, because you can have the best stuff in the game, be amazing, beat all the bosses, and then you can just die to any little enemy. Definitely a fun one. It is on PC only, but definitely recommend you take a look at it. Different classes, different ways of playing it. Yeah, and make sure you collect the loot before anyone else, because you don't want to be the guy with all the crummy stuff while you're fighting a really hard boss. Yeah, but a lot of people play it, good reviews. One of my favorites. And that's it for this issue of the free game of the week. Walk away. I've been Kevin Hickey. Have a good day. Hello, I'm Kevin Hickey, and I'm here with the critically acclaimed Mr. Bennett, expert in the field of video games, anime, cartoons, movies. This man's just amazing. And he is here to look at our bracket for the anime versus cartoon video game board thing. So anyway, what do you think of the choices we have?
Well, first, Kevin, I'd like to say thank you for the Wapiti Way for letting me come and speak my opinion. I consider myself a self-proclaimed expert. Okay. A few things that I want to look at here is first start off in the video game region. I think that the Wapiti Way did a really good job at their picks. The one thing that I would have had gone through is Mario. Okay. He's the Nintendo Steam rolling franchise holder. Okay. Number 1 in canon. If he has a star power and touches you, you die.
I've learned that a lot from playing Smash with my brother. He uses Mario all the time, and he uses star power. It's a real shame.
There you go. Another one that I would like to look at here is somebody that got knocked out by one of the finalists. I'm talking about the Flash right here.
World's fastest man got knocked out. How do you think of that? I think that's insane.
I think it's insane too that he got knocked out so quickly. So, he can think of every possibility in a nanosecond. He also gets faster and stronger depending on the kinetic energy his opponent is using, which Superman will be using a lot of.
He's using real life terms here in a fictional situation. This man is a genius.
You got him. He booked him. I'd like to now move over to the TV movie region. This was one of the hardest ones to look at. I cringed. And it is between the 3rd and 14th picks, Peter Griffin and Woody. Now for middle school, Family Guy is totally inappropriate, and I'm sure none of you have ever seen it.
I got you for Simpsons.
Simpsons is wonderful.
Yeah, Simpsons.
Woody beats Peter Griffin. Woody is this tall. Peter Griffin has gone 10 minutes with a chicken destroying Quahog.
Yes, I think Woody may have the advantage because he does have a friend in me.
He does have a friend in me. He's got friend power.
Friendship
But
beats all.
if you remember in Toy Story 2, his arm ripped and he was incapacitated.
Yes.
Finally, moving on to the anime region. I believe that number 7, Naruto, was knocked out much too soon.
I believe that too. He is a fan favorite around here. I do believe that. I do know that too.
Lelouch's Gias is very powerful, but if he hits the wrong shadow clone, I don't see how it works.
Yes. It's a real shame right there.
So, without any further ado, I think I'd like to go to the finals, if that's all right.
Yes. We've had a lot of different responses. People not really pleased with it or happy with it. You know, people like it, don't like it. I frankly think it's a even match.
As do I. Now, from what I have read on the March Animation Madness, it is not who wins in a fight. From what I have seen from the description, it is who is the best character. Okay? So, I'd like to break that down into 3 different categories that I've put some thought into. Their strengths, their weaknesses, and their popularity. Okay?
Categories.
So, strengths. Who I'd like to give that to, I'll tell you in a second. Because I'll first start with Goku. Goku. He's got 3 major things that can really help. His Kamehameha, his Spirit Bomb, and instant transmission.
Yes.
Okay? Those are 3 big powers. However, those are his basic staples. His super strength does not compare to Superman. His speed is a little faster than Superman, but Superman could keep up. So, those are the 3 big things that I'd like to say Goku has. Superman has a wide range of strengths. From heat vision, super strength, super speed, being able to breathe in outer space, being able to have frost breath, being able to lift 200 quintillion tons.
Quintillion. Quintillion.
While Goku can only lift 40 tons.
40 tons. See, there's a major difference in strength.
Very different in raw strength. So, with that, I have to give it to Superman.
I do.
So- So we have strength, and then a weakness. Weaknesses. First thing I'd like to start off is Superman. A lot of people know his weaknesses. Number 1 being kryptonite. Okay? Kryptonite is a very large weakness. Number 2, if you know a lot about Superman, you also know that he is very vulnerable to magic, which happens quite often in the DC universe. Okay? And I'd like to say third, his greatest weakness over those other 2 is the love of his life, Lois Lane.
Oh, yes.
She's a very adventurous woman. She likes to be in the middle of the action, but these are basically gods fighting. And she likes to be right in the middle, and he always needs to worry about her protection.
I don't know if you read this. It was a comic series, a Batman comic called Hush. And basically, Superman was controlled Poison Ivy. And Batman chucked Lois Lane off the building to snap him out of it. So I do see that as being a major weakness.
Exactly. Now Goku. He is very, very strong. There is no rock that you can put on him to weaken him. There is no kind of people in his way. He has his family, But what Goku does, what Superman never seems to do, is bring the enemy to an isolated location to fight, while Superman destroys cities.
Yes, as we saw in Man of Steel,
There you go.
which is also going to be turned into another prequel. It's a Batman Superman thing. Check that out.
Check it out.
It's gonna be okay in my opinion.
Also, Goku's one of his big weaknesses is his pride. He always likes to have a fair fight. So he never will go power up all the way until he needs to.
Yes, but as you said before, Superman is much stronger.
Superman is much stronger. I feel, though, that Goku would try to test him out first and be put too far behind. So with that, Goku takes it. He has less weaknesses. Now with popularity, out of the two, they are the heads of their anime, heads of movies, okay, of the sections. Everybody knows these two names.
Oh, yes.
Goku, if you think anime, you're thinking Goku. He has had a very successful career with many seasons of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball. He has also had a movie. Now, the motion picture did not do as well. It was, by most fans even, said that it was not a very good movie.
Indeed.
Superman has been around since 1950.
Oh, yes.
He is the Man of Steel. He has grown in popularity. Many movies, many songs written about him, many comics written about him, many TV shows about Superman, live action and cartoon. Now, as you mentioned, there was just a blockbuster out about Superman, and there's one coming out.
Yes.
Superman has grossed in the billions of dollars.
Indeed.
Goku cannot compete with that in the real world. If you were to ask somebody who is over the age of 60, do they know Goku? I would bet that they would not know who you were talking about.
Yes.
If you were to ask them, do you know who Superman is? I would venture to bet that they would. With that, the popularity, I have to give it to Superman.
Indeed.
And at the end of the three categories, if you've been keeping count, Superman has 2, Goku has 1. And that is my expert opinion about the matter of the March Madness.
While we're presenting here, we want to take a couple questions from the live audience. We're going to cap it at 3 because we don't have much time. But if you have any questions on anything you talked about or specific matchups in the brackets, we'll go ahead and talk about that real quick. Andrea, you want to start us off?
Superman and Thor.
Superman and Thor.
Superman, of course, we're gonna win.
Thor would win.
I like that. I looked at that for a little bit. The only reason that I am putting Superman above it is what Thor likes to do is take his biggest weapon and throw it. If he does that, Superman moves much faster than Thor, and he can keep him away from his hammer. If Thor were to blast Superman with lightning, it is kind of a magic. It would hurt Superman. But Thor, he's kind of a football jock head, and he likes to throw it, and that's going to get him at the end of the day.
So here's a question I have. So one thing I was not expecting is Batman. He was close, but everyone knows this, all right? I'm not being biased. I might be biased, but Batman is way superior than Superman. He knows weaknesses, and that's why I'm surprised that he didn't get top. Superman did, of course, probably popularity, but you have a man who knows everyone's weakness, who will test it.
That is a good point. However, though, Batman has made a suit to take down Superman. But if Superman is uncontrolled and unrestrained, it has shown in a comic quite recently in the New 52, where Superman was poisoned by the Joker's gas and he was trying to take down Batman, that Batman's suits will get ripped apart if Superman has the lust to kill.
It also was in the video game Injustice.
Exactly.
He was also brainwashed by Joker and destroyed Metropolis.
Do we have another question?
We have another question to end this segment.
Okay, next question. Let's go, Brian.
Spider-Man versus Green Lantern.
Not even a question, Brian. Not even a question. It's just a waste of time for Green Lantern. I don't even think he'd need to show up to win that one. He may have spider sense, but Green Lantern has the power of will.
And
If his
creativity.
will is strong enough and his construct is strong enough, Spider-Man can't dodge it.
Rip Jeffrey.
Anyway,
Final question.
let's get one more question here in the audience.
All right, about what you said about Spider-Man. I know people take into consideration that Green Lantern has, like a lot of superheroes have a stronger power, but if you take in a lot of stories, especially in animation, the underdog gets a lot of chance in these battles, so you have to take that into consideration.
So that could also mean Goku could rise up.
Yeah.
Good. So you know what? That was a very good point, and I'd like to answer that question and something that Kevin also brought up, maybe going back to these two finalists. Number one, if you've ever watched MMA, a lot of the times the more experienced, trained fighter wins against the bigger guy. That is another strength for Goku. He was a trained fighter, while Superman gets his training on the job daily. Spider-Man, though, he doesn't really have the experience against somebody that can have the projectiles that can move on their will and their whim. He fights more hand-to-hand. The only aliens that he has fought are aliens that infect humans, okay? And something else that Kevin brought up. One of the things that Superman has another strength is where he gets his strength. It's basically unlimited.
From the sun.
If the sun runs out, then he's kind of in a bad place. But the sun won't run out in his lifetime.
Yeah, but solar eclipse, he's basically screwed.
Well, he's already kind of absorbed enough, and the solar eclipse will only last a few minutes. So that is something that Goku would not know. He would not know to get Superman away from the sun. Okay?
I think that concludes our segment, as I was trying to say before. Thanks for watching the segment of Wapiti Way, March Madness animation thing. And tune in to our next section, which I don't know what it will be, but we'll find out soon. Thanks for watching.
I'm basically going to be viewing this article by Josh Banks in the second issue of the Wapiti Way for his top 10 dream dunks and the participants of those dunks. First up is Zach Levine from the 2015 Slam Dunk Contest.
He calls this the Space Jam Dunk.
You got Jordan in your back. This better be special. Yes, sir.
Okay, he's measuring it. He's measuring it, Kenny.
Yeah, man, because this guy's unbelievable. Yes, he is. But I tell you, he's unbelievable. Okay, you put Jordan on your back. You had to do something special. He says, I want 50. I don't want 49. Don't want 48. Give me 50, New York judges. Give me 50.
And I'm going to give this kid Bruin love. This is special right here. This is special. This is special.
Go get it. Go get it, young man.
Look at his head.
Go get it.
Look at his head.
Go get it.
Vince Carter doing
Let's go home. Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen. Man, he's winning.
No, he used it back though. He used it back. No, he used it back. It's nice, but he used it back. Come on, hold on. Look at the left hand. Use it, jumps off.
Hold on for a minute. Keep in mind, Nate Robinson is like 5'6", 5'7", and he is jumping over Dwight Howard, who's at least 6'8" or 6'9". He might even be 7 foot. So that's like a 5'7" dude jumping over a 6 foot dude. That's pretty good.
50-point.
Watch again. Take it tall, Michael.
Oh, soaring, leaping, one-handed.
It was Michael Jordan. Of course he was going to do something amazing.
Free throws right at the buzzer.
Stephen Curry, more of a three-point shooter to me than a dunker, but I guess.
Goodbye, Shaq, because there's a new, I told you, Jordan is going to get it. Dance it out, baby. Dance it out. Rock it out. That was nice. That was a little more That was a little more than nice. My goodness. He got some stuff with him. That's not fair. He's got some stuff with him. That is not fair. Man. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to pump it. Because when he caught it, and we slow it down, then he pumps it. Gotcha.
It keeps going up. Look right here. He goes down and comes back up. That's what I'm window step.
You got anything to say to John? Well, you kind of dissed him in your article.
I mean, I'm saying, like, he's a good point guard, but still, he's just not that athletic, if you ask me. I mean, it wasn't good. It was a pretty good dunk, but come on, once in a lifetime thing. I like to see him do it again.
Hey, do you believe you can do this? Like, do you believe you can do this? You gotta believe. Sometimes it's real. Thank you.
Well, Justin. He took off in the bottom half of the circle.
Why would they even put LeBron in here? I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna win. I'm just saying that's LeBron. LeBron is LeBron.
Quickly, up the court, works the green. Oh, and he goes the ladder. Gerald Green. Man.
That was pretty amazing. A windmill off of alley. I've never seen that before.
Oh,
Superman in the building. Yeah, Superman kid.
Superman is in the building.
Oh, he's going to put it on, right?
Superman is in the building. Yes, he is. Clark Kent, he's winning the phone booth and he comes out and Superman is came to the building. He does look like Superman. He got a body like Superman for real. He does. He's got the cape moving. He's got it flapping. Oh my gosh. Whoa! You win! You win, young fella! You win! Superman! Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Superman is here! Oh my goodness! He is. Oh, they're playing the music! They're playing the music! Oh my goodness!
A second straight 50.
That is incredible! Are you kidding me?
I don't know what to say about that.
That's it. So who wins, Dizzy? Break it down for us.
Zach LaVine takes this one for his Space Jam dunk, because Space Jam is like one of the best movies to me, and like for him to do the dunk from Space Jam, and for only him and Mike, I'm not saying him and Michael Jordan are the only two that are able to do it, but him and Michael Jordan are the only ones I've seen do it. You know.
Who gets second place?
Second place, that'd probably go to Nate Robinson.
Third place?
The windmill.
And which two would you say did not belong in the tournament?
Did not belong in the tournament. Stephen Curry and LeBron. Because because LeBron, it was a pregame show. It wasn't exactly in the dunk contest. So I say Curry and LeBron.
Did Josh ever get anybody?
I think that he definitely should have put Ray Allen in here. Because Ray Allen, he was a skinny dude that did big things.
Okay, so Steph Curry, three-point shooter, can not be in it, but three-point shooting Ray Allen can be?
Because Ray Allen dunks. Ray Allen dunks on the regular.
All right, anything else to say?
John Wall still not that athletic to me. Just saying. This is Dizzy. I'm sliding out, so let me go.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next time where we talk about more Wapiti Way articles and sneak peeks. I am Martha Lineback, and this is Victor Romero. And may the 4th be with you. Ching.
Tons.
Quintillion. Quintillion.
While Goku can only lift 40 tons.
40 tons. See, there's a major difference in strength.
Very difference in raw strength. So, with that, I have to give it to Superman.
I will agree with that. I'm more of a DC fan than an anime fan, but I will agree with that. You are the professional here, so I just want to end with that statement. Thank you for watching this segment of the Wapiti Way. Oh, are you not done yet?
I'm not done.
Oh, in that case, okay. You can edit that out.
Hi guys, I'm Martha Lineback, and this is Victor Romero. And we're bringing, can we do that again?
Then this month, or this week's issue of Wapiti Way, free game of the month. These are great games, definitely check them out. And there'll be more coming soon. So, I've been Kevin Nicky, and take care. Brush your hair. Take good hygiene.
And Design Newkirk from the Wapiti Way, and I'm basically going to be doing the top 10 of dream dunks from this other kid who wrote something from the Wapiti Way.
Enjoy the next issue in June.